and welcome for another episode of Love It to Shove It. It's me, Irina Portnova, with my co-host Bruno Jill, and today we have our beautiful guest, Dina Alexander, for our expert topic that we are actually going to be talking about, which is the spiritual side of squirting. Welcome, Dina. Can you please tell a couple of words about yourself and how did you just start doing what you are doing?
Okay. Hi, Irina. Hi, Bruno. Thank you for the invite. I'm very appreciate it a lot. I live in Aruba. I speak 4 languages: Papiamento, Dutch, English, and Spanish. So I'm blessed. I feel blessed. I started doing this. I'm a personal coach. I'm a relationship coach, and I'm a sex coach. So I started doing this 5 years ago. I opened my business because I've worked with professional ladies all my life. I'm an ex-banker, and ladies that can work with paper. They can make money. They can work with paper very good, but they don't know about themselves. So that's why I opened my business, and the majority of my clients are ladies because we are a little bit different. I don't want to use any other word. We are different, and we need to know how we are. How we are, okay? Who we are. So that's why the majority of my clients are women, and I don't believe in divorces. I think I went through a divorce. If I had a coach like me, I would have been married still. I was married for 14 years. I had a divorce coach, not a relationship coach. Okay, that's a little bit about me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Continue. I just wanted to say awesome.
Continue. Yes.
Yeah. So when I decided to do something else than banking, I got to know Tiffany Yelverton, and she was my coach. Now is my business partner, and I do support her in everything. I like the way that she helps ladies and people and cancer survivors. I love that part of her. That's why I totally sustain her here on the island.
Awesome. Yeah, Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany, we do the weekly lives right now with Tiffany, bring more education to people that, to explore the sexuality and how important it is. And, thanks for introducing, Tiffany introduced both of us, and I'm so happy for this connection. So let's just dive in, Dina, into our topic. So this is the topic that you suggested, and I just jumped on it.
Yes, this is my.
Yes, a lot of people don't even know what it means, right? A lot of women are not at the stage when they really have the sex education and they know exactly what it means, and not even going further, like they've never explored or experienced it with themselves. Yes. So enlighten us, please.
It's very sacred. It's a sacred liquid. Squirting, that liquid, is actually, the name of it is the nectar of goddesses in India, and it's white moon medicine in the other side of the country. So the name says it all. It's a nectar of life. It's also called that. So it's a piece of life that you're taking in if you drink it, or if you offer it to some living creature or plants. And Bruno is laughing. Yes.
Because I've done that.
Oh, yes. I'm sure.
I've done that before.
So actually they say it has bacteria that it balances the pH of a woman. And these bacteria are also found in stuff like, how do you call that again? Nature, in nature's products to balance your bacteria. I don't remember the name now. Probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
The
Probiotic, correct.
bacteria that you find in the squirting, you can find in those pills.
Mm.
So instead of buying them, you can train and give it to your partner.
Oh, how cool it is.
Yes. And I do think it's very nice because not a lot of women can do it. They ask me if every woman can do it. It's all about training the pelvic muscle. If you're totally healthy and you go through, for example, my training, eventually you can squirt. It's all about knowing how to relax, knowing about how to strengthen that pelvic muscle, and enjoy have a good vibrator. For example, I introduce Ina. If I turn it on.
Wait, is that the name of the vibrator, or is that the name you gave it?
No, it's Ina. That's the name.
Okay.
And it's like a commotion. It's a commotion.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And this reaches the G spot, and this reaches the clitoris.
Yep.
Okay. So you need to have a good vibrator, at least. I myself, I like Lelo Gigi, this one, because if I introduce Fifi, this is my puppet vagina. I go everywhere with my puppet vagina. So you can see, aha, Bruno's laughing. Yeah, she likes to be touched.
That's amazing.
So that's
amazing.
Sorry?
That's no, like, I'm not laughing like in bed, obviously. This is just amazing. It's remarkable. I find it amazing how you take that everywhere. You know, every time you're boring, every time you're bored, you know, fuck it. You know, let's
It's
go,
like
whatever.
the lipstick, right?
Yeah, this is the
Adrenaline.
the labia majora and the labia minora. So this is how I give my classes. We have a hoodie, so you need to go up with the hoodie. There's the clit, the bigger bling bling here, and the smaller one is the urethra. And the G spot, if you go inside, you can fit another, and it's like 1 inch, 1.5 inch towards your belly button. You can reach your G spot. Yeah. So I tell everybody, if you try to search for your own G spot, it's not like you insert your finger towards your belly button and you find it. You find a button. It's not like that. It's like flat. It will reveal itself if you rub it, if you massage it, and it can reveal itself by like a little bit rougher place, or like a bone, like a little button. It reveals itself. Okay, and you will feel like you want to pee, and there is your G spot. It is a little bit different than the other spots because we have a lot of spots, and the majority of the spots that the ladies are using is the clit. Mm-hmm. I'm like, when I teach orgasms like it's a restaurant menu. You have the chicken side.
I love
it. Salmon side, the lamb side, the meat side. So for me, clit is chicken. And the G spot, the squirting, is like salmon. And the P spot, the cul-de-sac spot, is the lamb with the green jelly on it. That's my thing. Not even squirting. But that's another topic.
Wow, interesting. Well,
Nice.
yeah, thanks so much for the education.
So
So, you know
Awesome.
what? The question comes for me, and I'm going to represent, I guess, the woman's side of population, and Bruno is going to represent the male side of population. So, for me, you know, I'm just thinking, is there a relationship when women really start to squirt, you know, with the age? Because for me, I think I discovered myself maybe like 5 years ago. And like I was doing it, and that's, you know, like I started to squirt, and I didn't even realize what it was initially. So does it mean that the older the woman gets, the more she's actually in that state where she's able to squirt, or it doesn't really matter on the age?
No, it doesn't matter. Um, in my practice, I teach young girls they squirt, and in my very personal story, I got to know myself at an older age also. So I have the same story as yours. But in my practice, I teach young girls squirt. It's all about having a very strong pelvic muscle. I've been training my pelvic muscle more and more when I became older.
It's phenomenal, because just think about it, like everything in this life you have to learn, right? And everything requires the training, including, you know, like sexual topics, right? So
Yeah.
it's amazing how people just, you know, like they live the life not knowing, and not like really experiencing, and not enjoying themselves to the fullest. So I think it's awesome that we have these sex coaches like you, like Tiffany, these days, that can actually take people from the place that they are. Maybe, you know, people, especially like the couples who've been exploring each other already for quite some time, right? And want some, you know, like excitement, right, and fire. So it's good just to learn something new. Do you actually work with couples?
Yes, I do work with couples. Um, I teach women when they come to me. That's a part of the program. I teach them to know themselves, their own body. I
Sorry, I just noticed your comments. I love it. Yeah, Toby, you're the perfect person to be the audience. Yes, totally. she's our, you know, best friend. She's always cheering for us. We are like having each other back. Yes.
Toby's the
Yes,
best.
that's the part of the program for me, is for women to learn how special they are, that they are medicine, that they are placed on the earth to know that they are medicine. They are here to nurture, that you are special, and you need to treat yourself special. You're special. You need to know who you are. Then you can use those special attributes. So I was showing you, if I may, Lelo Gigi. This is my favorite, because if you enter it, you decide where it goes, and it drills. You decide where it goes. Yeah.
Can you turn it on, please?
You can turn it on.
Can you turn it on just to see?
Yes, but yes,
Does it have battery?
no, it doesn't have, it charges. It's a Lelo. This is it's charged with the charger of the smartphone.
Yeah, but is it charged or no
Yes,
charge?
it's charged and it's on, and it's so silent.
Okay,
You can't notice it, right?
You can notice it. You can have it, and someone aside you will not know that you are you are masturbating. Okay, that's another thing that I want to show, because some people feel it a little bit awkward that to grab the liquid and offer it to a plant or offer it for someone to drink. But we do have from EnticeMe a squirting blanket. especially for you to open on your bed. This is a king size one, and it's very thick, and it can help you release and be yourself, and don't worry that you're going to wet your bed, or just do your thing.
Just be comfortable.
Yes. And we have it all sizes, travel size, king size, queen size. So
this is incredible.
Nice. Awesome.
Okay, Bruno, now it's your turn. Ask the question.
Okay, so obviously, Dina, you said, like, especially you, like, like with the age, like, obviously you become.
I can't hear you. I can't. Maybe
Sorry.
you should.
My bad. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. So you became more aware of what you are, like, of what you're capable of, and what your body is also capable of the blessings, right? With age, right? What are ways that, like, you can amplify any sort of, like, whatever? Because, like, I know that, like, for us men, right, especially when I masturbate, which was kind of the way that, I mean, like, I started masturbating when I was like 12. Like, and I never stopped because it's, I mean, I know what I want, basically, period, end of the story. And it's just one of those things where, like, it's just one of those things where with us, like, I know, like, for example, I know that, for example, for us men, when you're about to orgasm, right, if you hold it, right, when you lock the energy, right, it just stops. If you lock the energy, it doesn't, it just becomes more intense because it wants to get out so much, right? Is that a way, like, you can also amplify? Can you do it the same way as a woman? Is there a better way to do it as a woman? Like, what do you figure?
Yeah, true. You should be a sex coach, Bruno.
I mean, I have my experience. So yeah. It's not the point.
Yes, it's the same as a woman. You just hold it, and then the orgasm will go deeper. But there is a difference. Squirting is not an orgasm. It can accompany while you get an orgasm, or you just squirt. That's what people usually ask me. Is it pee? No, it's not pee, but it goes through the canal, the pee canal, the urethra. So it can have a little bit of pee in, but that's it. It's not pee because you produce that liquid at that moment, and it can fill. It can become a cup or 2 cups of water. So when some people tell me it's not stopping. No, it's a lot of water. Yeah, and to go back to your question, when you hold it, the orgasm goes deeper and all over the body, and multiple orgasm you can go into if you train yourself to hold it. And how you can hold it is through maybe your breath and sounds. So also you can help you hold it and stop doing what you're doing for a while and start doing it when you feel like you can take it for another more seconds. So there are a lot of ways that you can hold it and get a more deeper orgasm.
So I have another question. Because I think, like, like for men it's the same thing. I believe, like, if we don't pee before we have sex, it's gonna be harder for us to come.
For a woman, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But they can come. You will not pee. It will stop. However, I do tell my all women. That's my recommendation. Pee and empty your bladder before, because then you are certain it's not peeing, it's squirting.
Yeah. I'm just imagining in my mind. You know, like, I mean, you think it's squirting, it's actually piss. It just piss everywhere.
No, when a woman, it's uncomfortable, but it's she cannot if yes, she will not, she can get an orgasm while she is in need of peeing, but it will be uncomfortable.
Yep. Understood. Got it.
Peeing, the feeling of peeing is totally different when you squirt.
Yeah. Got it.
Even though it comes to the same canal, but it's a totally different feeling.
Yeah.
Because squirting is like,
yeah,
and peeing is like.
I love it the way you describe it.
For example,
House.
for example, if you target different spots, like, is it should you target like a different spot to have an intenser orgasm, or does that depend on, like, does that depend on women's priorities? Like, for example, like, if you target the O spot, is
The
it
what
possible?
spot?
The O spot.
The O spot?
Yeah,
The
there's
P
an O spot, right?
The P spot. The O spot? I don't know about the O spot.
No O spot? Then my bad. I heard about an O spot.
Yeah, then I have to search for it, because that's the beauty of my work. I learn every day. I'm not afraid to tell you, hey Bruno, I need to look that up, because maybe I don't know that.
No, but there's a bigger chance of you knowing than me, because you're the sex coach, man. So
But I don't know everything. I know about the P spot, and that's a posterior fornix.
yes.
I know an A spot, that's the anterior fornix. Where is it located? The clitoris, then you have the G spot, 2 inches, 1.5 inches in. After the G spot, you have the anterior fornix, the A spot, then you have the cervix, and then you have the P spot. Those are the spots internal that you can get an orgasm of. Okay, so going back to what you're asking me, it's important for a woman to know what she likes, the same facts. It's important for a woman to know what she likes. So she will never know what she likes if she doesn't explore. It's part of getting to know yourself. Okay?
Totally.
And when your man you are with a partner, it's nice to share, not to get to know yourself at that moment, even though sometimes you get to know yourself, but it's nice for you to know yourself and share that experience, that energy.
Mm-hmm.
And manifest what you want and create what you want during that period. It's not about getting to know you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
We are human. Sorry.
No, sorry. No. You can go ahead.
We are human beings. The self-discovery is a pleasurable adventure. Yes, it is. And when you are with a partner or with yourself, you can use it to create what you want. Use that energy to create what you want, because we are humans. We are not animals. Animals just have pleasure and just create babies, but we can create whatever we want.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love that, because it's just like obviously, like, like, I mean, getting comfortable, like, I mean, from all the women that like I've been with, which haven't been a lot anyways, but all of them, they had to get comfortable, right? They had to, like, get comfortable, like, it had to be soft, it had to be comfortable, it had to be a place they trusted, it had to be this, it had to be that. And it just makes sense for me. It makes sense because I think, like, it's just like, no matter what, I think, like, it's always going to be, and I don't say this because it's common stereotype, oh, it's more sacred for women than for men, common stereotype. I say this because I actually believe this. I think sex is always more sacred for women than for men, especially because my personal belief, without being biased, like, my personal belief without being biased about anything. This is actually my actual opinion on something I heard from somebody else, and because I think like like men can do it everywhere. Like we just take it out and we do what we have to do, right? And with peeing is the same thing, right? Women is different. So so it's interesting, like it's kind of interesting. Like they have to get comfortable and stuff, and I think the more they age, and you both know this, I think the more a woman ages, like I think like the more interesting it becomes, all that pleasure, right? This is like when I was when I like for me as a man, when I was like 15, right? uh there's certain things I watch and there's certain things I fantasize that when I was 15 I'd be like, "Ugh, I'd never fantasize about that," and I'd fantasize about it like so many times by now, so it's that like sexual evolution, right? Especially like in thought, body and mind, right?
Yeah.
Is like, yeah, so it's about being comfortable with what you want.
If I can add some comments on what you just said.
Absolutely.
I do think that sex education is very limited all over the world, not only
Yes.
in Aruba. That's why my what I give to my clients, if they are younger, I'm very happy, because they don't need to get at, for example, at my age, to get to know themselves. If you start at young, you are full equipped. Okay, so the sex education should be, I think, be provided at in the schools. But this sex education, not putting a condom on a dick, that's not sex education. Not about all the diseases. It's needed, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about the holistic part, the part of knowing yourself, the part of all the chemical that releases when you get an orgasm.
Mhm.
So instead of taking all those pills to relax and everything, you can just get an orgasm and get your oxytocin and get
Totally.
your happy
This is
hormone.
so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
So awesome.
I love that the comment that Toby put, that she says that there is a hard time finding compatibility. Yeah, because not everybody has the same sexual desires, right? And it's very important to find the partner, actually attract the partner, I should say, as a manifestation coach. It's very important to find to attract the partner that has the same sexual desires, so this way you feel fulfilled.
Yes. Yes. I do think you attract what you are, what you need
Yes.
to do.
Absolutely.
Not only what you
Yes.
are, but what you need to learn, what's in your path. It's not an error what you are attracting. You should know and realize, this is a part I need to learn, and learn it fast. So that you don't need to redo it, relearn it. I do think that it's true what Toby just said. Being having compatibility. Sex is an area that everybody has its own fetishes. Okay, but I personally think that sex, when it's slow, you do contact spirituality easily when it's slow. Okay, when it's fast and hard, it's like, maybe it's I like it slow. I like get in tune, and it doesn't happen immediately, or maybe it does with some. It's all about fetishes. Okay, nothing is right or wrong. Everything is good. It's what you feel that is good. Manifesting a power couple, Irina. Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Manifest the power couple for sure.
Manifest power
For
couple,
sure,
man.
Toby.
Absolutely.
That's why
That's true.
I do coach people. I'm a dating coach also, so I do coach people dating. As an ex-banker, I do believe in procedures. I have dating procedures. I like procedures. I like having fun. With rules, more fun. Yeah? For me,
Oh my gosh, I'm the opposite way. I always say the rules were meant to be broken, were made to be broken. I'm the opposite way.
true. And some rules you can break them, but I think some rules, some people need rules, some guidance. Okay, maybe I shouldn't call them rules. It's a
Yeah,
guide.
guidance. Yes, I agree.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So, when you don't start dating. You don't start dating immediately when I coach you for dating. You need to date yourself first. You need to get to know yourself first. You need to learn how to raise the frequency, and then you'll start attracting and dating what's around you.
Absolutely. I mean,
Can I,
knowing yourself is on all levels, right? Get to know yourself, who you are besides your body and your identity, right? Who
Yes.
you are as spiritual being having this human experience. To get to know you on sexual level, to get to know, like, this is our work. This is nobody else's work. Like,
Yes.
if you really want to live the life to the fullest, you have to experience and explore yourself to the fullest and understand what your likes, what your dislikes, what are your desires. And once you know who you are, then you'll be able to share it with the partner, right?
True.
Because how another person can actually do what you love if you don't actually take them through what exactly it is, right?
True. I get the question often. I'm married and my partner is not spiritual. So is that a problem? The majority part, it is. It is. So it's a journey that usually the women are, I do help them out because they come. The men won't come.
Yes. Women are the ones who like to work the most. Like, there are a couple, there are men, but very small percentage compared to women, because women are always on that goal, like, let me learn, let me see, let me explore.
And they say spirituality is kind of feminine, the feminine. So when they come, I just support them because you chose that partner. I don't believe in divorces. I really don't. I don't believe in separation. I believe that you need to work on yourself, because that's the shadow work that soul is teaching you. Okay, it's a shadow work. You need to work on it. Maybe it's rougher if the other person is not spiritual, but still, it's shadow work that you need to work on.
So, yes, Dina, can we just rewind? Tell again, please. You said there is a problem when the partner is not spiritual. Tell more about it, please.
Okay. Okay. I want to use an example. Okay. A couple of ladies, clients, friends that I have. When you have a spiritual practice, you need a time, a space, maybe some tools to do your practice. And some of them cannot do it because the partner is a little bit, it's inconvenient for the partner. So they will not practice. And even though you have the knowledge, you will not profit from it because you're not practicing. It's applying what you learn in your daily life. So for me, that's a distraction and a roadblock that you need to see it. You need to see that you need to make time for that part of you that is bigger than this part.
Totally.
Yes. So that's I hope I described how I present it to the ladies that come to me and their partners and are not spiritual.
So how it can be resolved?
Did you see what Toby just said? Just lift it. That is why he's out and gone.
Oh my God, I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't read that comment. I was like, this is interesting how the universe works, right? I didn't read Toby comment. I just put it in and I was like focusing on your answer.
my master tells it so. Say it so, like this. Don't you continue helping people. You continue practicing. Raise your frequency. Help people as much as you can with your practice. If your partner wants to go, let him go. He will be replaced. As simple as that.
Yes. So tell more people how they can contact if they have any questions. Do you have any, like any material for them or anything that they can explore? Like, where do they start from?
Fantastico. They can reach me at Facebook Messenger, Dina Alexander, or SSA Coach on Facebook, on Instagram SSA Coach Aruba, on WhatsApp 59+297, that's the code, Aruba code, and my number is 592-1510. That's where
awesome. And I also put your links in our live. So people, if you really want to know more about it and you're ready to explore yourself, please reach out. We are all here to help each other. We are not alone, as we used to be trained, that we can be very independent and we can take care of ourselves. In actuality, we are better together than apart. Yes. So just allow yourself to get to know yourself better and explore and see where it's going to take you. So Dina, share some benefits, like from your clients' experiences when clients were working with you. What kind of benefits they've seen for themselves by working with you?
Yes. On the island, we are really, really very, it's a religious island, very Catholic. Mm-hmm. So sexuality is taboo. And when they see that this is very normal and this is needed, you see blooming, you see codependency dissolve, because the majority of women are codependent on the partner because of that release of chemical oxytocin. It's a bonding mm-hmm. chemical, and they don't know even what's happening chemical wise, why they are so attached to that person. And if you start masturbating, you'll be more attached to yourself, not to that person. So that's why I tell everybody, hey, look at a male. A male always masturbates. Either he is with a partner or not. And he is very self-assured. But women, we don't masturbate when we are with a partner. But majority of us.
Exactly. Don't include everybody.
The majority of us. Yes. So no, I have a group of women. I have a group coaching now. They have a challenge of 7 days. Masturbate. Prior week up until today. Tonight we have the session, so they have the challenge.
That challenge is like awesome. I love that challenge.
Everyday masturbation.
I love that challenge.
And if you're with a partner, let him look and let him enjoy and have fun.
So true. Life is just to have fun, right? Explore yourself.
Yes.
And you know what? Since we are talking on such, taboo topic, right? it just reminds me of, like we always talk about frequencies, right? Let me put some magic of manifestation. We always talk about the frequencies, since we are all energy and we are vibrating on different frequency. So what is frequency? There is that emotional chart that actually has the levels of frequency that we are vibrating on. And believe it or not, shame is at the lowest frequency. So whoever is listening to us today and still feel like, this is the topic not for discussion, just be aware. Shame is the lowest emotion and the lowest frequency that can be with us. Yes. So just, realize that it's even lower than grief. It's even lower than fear. It's even lower than pride. So just keep in mind, there is no such a thing as to be shameful of something that the nature gave us. And we are here to explore and, explore ourselves and live to the fullest and enjoy ourselves, right? Yes. Because if the nature gave us all these body parts, they are there for something.
True. I'm totally agree. I'm not adding anything more, because that's how it is. So, okay, what does Toby says? Must embody 369 megahertz to be grounded. Shame is like 20 hertz, I think. Woof.
Yeah, it's very low in the frequency. Thank you, Toby. Yeah, so it's Dina. So tell people what to start from, like contacting, but let's say if they still are in hesitation mode and still don't feel like contacting yet, what would be the first step for them to do?
I think if you are listening to me, to us, to this session, that's a signal. You should contact. At least let's get to know each other. If you feel like, because it should click, a coach and a client should click. If you feel that click, we should speak. If you feel like that area, that intimacy area was never or always had question marks, then you need contact. If you are ashamed, I'm not going to, when I start coaching, I'm not coaching immediately in intimacy. I start with spirituality first, because you cannot go, I don't believe intimacy, you will understand intimacy if you don't know who you are. So you need, I'll teach you meditation first. I'll teach you all about energy and frequencies. And then I think the fourth session, I'll start intimacy. Yes. For me, it's very important for you to know who you are. Otherwise, you cannot, that part that we cannot see should make love first. The same when in dating. If you don't like who you attract, it's because you need to work on things.
Right.
Shadow work.
Exactly. Absolutely. You have to do the inner work. So the reality of the outside world is going to project exactly who you are. Absolutely. And yeah, Toby, I'm with you. I was like already pondering upon the sex coaching, but it's coming down the line. Yeah, I mean, we all have to do what we love, right, in our life.
Yes, everybody wants to become a sex coach until you have someone that comes in with things like a dysfunction, a penile dysfunction, or a couple that the man doesn't like the odor of a pussy, for example, or a lady comes to me and say to me, he doesn't make me come, and he doesn't want to come to my practice because he's macho. So sex coaching is not always this. It's like, okay, how am I going to tackle this one? Because I don't believe in divorces, but this lady is practically crying that she's not getting her orgasm. So, and this man is not they're right beside her. How am I going to coach this? Okay, so being a sex coach comes with its responsibilities. It's not only about talking about sex and having fun, and no, it's a responsibility. When I give tools to my clients and they want to provide it with those tools to their friends and family, I tell them, you share them with, I rather you don't, because I have the responsibility to check on my clients. So I rather you don't share them, because then they're alone. That's how I see it. It's a big responsibility. It's not about only talking about sex and the good and the fun stuff. No, it's a lot more.
And you know what? I think it also, when we talk about it, it also adds to our emotional health, to our mental health, right? Obviously spiritual, like we said, and mental. So it's all combined together. So it's part of who we are, and it's actually advisable to get ourselves to know better and to get the necessary education and just put that education to practice, right?
Yes. I say I have a lot of clients that come in that are very spiritual, and what I do, I listen to where they are. The only thing I guide them is to apply that what they was taught in their daily job, in their relationships, while they're driving the car, while they are washing the dishes. Your tools should be in your daily work, not only when you're sitting still.
Right.
So that's what I not only, and the same with sex. I once spoke with a gentleman and he said, God will never be in my bed. I'm a devil in my bed. So I got my ways to make this person understand that sacred part, that energy to create is needed in your bed, and you have to work for it. It won't come all by itself. So yeah, that's my work, and I love it. I love my work every day.
Awesome. You know what comes up for me? Can you just clarify spiritual people that come to you or religious? Because there is a difference, and a lot of people don't distinguish. They think the spirituality meaning the religion, but it's actually completely different things.
Yes, I will describe it like this. Religious comes with a kind of rituals, and it's a lot of rituals. If you understand religious good, maybe you can live spirituality. Okay, but majority don't understand it, so they go with the rituals. Spirituality is more like you are love. You know what love is. And love, it's not about loving a partner, loving your husband. It's not that. Love is bigger than that. Okay? If you know love, spirituality.
Love is the emotion. So what I was trying to pinpoint, because spiritual people, like I'm spiritual, Bruno is spiritual, but I am not religious at all, because religion, in my opinion, is not something that I'm appealing to, and I don't want to offend anybody. But for me, spirituality, it means to be free spirited. It means to be able to explore ourselves to the fullest, to be able to live the life the way we want to live without anybody's opinions or judgments. This is not something I want to put into my head, because I'm spiritually free and I decide for myself who I am and how I want to live this life. And spirituality is understanding that we are more just the body and our thoughts and our bones, right? Understanding that we are connected to the source, to that power that's breathing the life in us, and knowing that we can co-create with that source and power. So for me, this is the distinguishment between spirituality and the religion.
Yes, true. Perfect. Perfect what you just said. I could have said it better.
Yes. So Dina, any more advice, any more words for people who are watching or who are going to be watching later on? I believe that anybody could contact you, man or women, right? Although
Yes.
the majority of your clients are women, you're still here to provide the help for the guys as well.
Yes, I do help men. I have men clients. It's a highlight for me that the majority of my clients are women, and I think it's because we are a little bit different. We have more points. We have more things to learn of ourselves. A man is practically very very simple. Okay, so yeah, I do provide the help when they want to know more about semen retention. And that's, I think,
And we are gonna have the conversation on that. Yes,
I think it's a very important part, very beautiful part for a man to keep their own power by practicing that the breathing exercise to keep that the semen retention, get an orgasm all over the body, multiple orgasm without ejaculation. So I do men, women, couples, gay, lesbian, all the LGBTQ plus. I do help everybody. I start with spirituality, and when and there is no gender when you teach spirituality. So yeah, that's what I do.
awesome, beautiful. Bruno, any last comments? Bruno is like just soaking up the information. Anything that comes for you in the discussion?
I'm observing.
Yeah, but
I'm just observing.
you're supposed to be the voice of the man.
And I am. I'm letting you talk, and then I'll do my
Yes,
part.
we are talking. It's just like we
You
kind
know-
of already we babbled so
But-
much already. Now it's your turn.
I think because I am a female sex coach, and it's like not open for men, and you will know which kind of men come to me. Very young men. They
Interesting.
do ask. Yeah, it's like an aunt thing. I'm Auntie Dina, but a man would never come to me and ask.
Yeah.
I think that's like a shut door. No, but, little by little, it's opening because they know how I work. I'm a very serious sex coach. My work is my passion. I don't mix my personal life with my profession, and I think that's very needed.
That is very needed.
Absolutely. Yes.
And you know why it is very needed? You know why it is very needed? Because pornography makes you feel like that's reality.
That lets you feel like
It's very needed for people to not mix their professional life with their personal life, because pornography tells you something else.
okay. What does it tells you?
It tells you that office secretaries fucking their bosses, and happy endings in massages and all that, right? Sex coaches, whatever. Oh, I fucked my psychologist. So, it's like it's important that they're serious people and that there's no boundaries being crossed between clients and customers, between customers and sex coaches, whatever. Because
Yes.
pornography tells you something completely different than what reality should be like, right?
I never saw it like that. I thank you for that because I can describe it like that. Yeah, and I'm totally with you. As an ex-banker, I don't mix my work with pleasure, with my personal things. So I was trained to do that, even though
But
it's
But
sex.
look, it's just like with it's the things that I'm telling you this because that's the thing. I have the experience by watching, and I don't mind saying it. That's how I masturbate. I mean, I have watched my God, years and years and years, days and days and days, and I've watched like all, like I watched it all. Like I mean, I could be here for an hour naming you what I've watched. That because I do know what I like. I do know myself, right? And I've seen it all. I have seen it all, right? Because like it comes to a point where like I mean this is the same thing and over again. Let me see if I like this other thing, whatever. And I've never been like, oh no, I'd never be that. I'd be like, fuck it, I don't know. I just don't know, right? So let's see.
Do you know
But
what happens when you look at pornography? What happens chemical wise?
well, I heard about it, right? I think it's not good for your brain at all. You know?
Because it's a bonding with the porn star. It's a chemical.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
then
because of the oxytocin, because
the
of who you're
need,
jerking off to. Yeah.
you the need to see it again. The need the you it keeps on attracting you because that's what the chemical that you release while you see it
Yeah.
pornography. So
It's like with me, I heard about that. So I have manipulated my brain. So each time so the intention has to be there, right? The intention to come to the porn star has to be there. I don't even do that anymore. I just manipulate my brain spiritually. So like when I'm coming, I either think of that the ideal woman that I would love to be with and marry, right? Or I just come to my dream life. So when I'm coming, I think about my dream life, and it's like I'm feeling my dream life, right?
oh,
And
that's
I'm
good.
sending, yeah, and I'm sending to the universe that. So I no longer come to porn stars. In the beginning, I manipulate my brain like I'm gonna do that, right? But when I'm about to do it, I don't, and I surprise my brain that way.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's good, Bruno.
yeah.
Fantastico.
Also, like religion made me hate myself a little bit, because like I was always like so like stressed with everything. Oh, I can think this, I can do this, I can do that, and it just came to a point where I said, "Fuck this all." Like I'm not gonna live this way. Like I want to do what I want. Like I mean, a book tells you to do these things, but like I'm not Jesus. And like Jesus came to earth, did what he had to do. All the prophets from different religions, they came to earth during their time. They did what they had to do, and then they died. Simple. And like that is right. And
Yeah.
I'm like I'm not gonna I don't wanna like I'm not going to just like pay attention to every little thing, because God gave us all. God gave 8 billion people, plus the people who died, plus the people who are still about to be born, for the future generations. We all are going to have free will in what we choose to believe, in what we choose to think, in how we choose to feel, in what we say. Free will in every single level, right? Uh, the will that comes from us. And so that's it. And I just made it up a long time ago that the relationship I have with God is personal, not for society, not for no damn churches, no for no damn bullshit. And I've had multiple times this convo with God and whatever. Um, well, with myself, right? That like it's just like, which I think like this. I'm telling this about me, but this is for women as well, because this has to do with spirit, right? It's like, because it also has to do with shame, right? Don't ever like feel shameful that like you do that whatever, because you have free will, and like you don't have to do much to be worthy of that pleasure. Like if you're alive, you're already worthy, right? If you're
Yeah.
alive, you're already worthy. And every single thing you now know and you believe, you don't even believe that. You believe that because that was told to you, right? Since you were born. That's not even your own opinion. It was an opinion given to you, right? So like, like don't, yeah, right? So yeah, don't be so shameful about something that it's yeah, like and that shame only exists in my belief because Oh, people, these people that we fuck people. I mean, come on, man. Like, fuck people. Fuck everybody. And like what? Like what? People are gonna point to the finger. But who cares? Who gives a shit? Whatever, man. Like, who cares? It's like what? Like, it's like in 3 generations or in 4, nobody's gonna remember about that one time where this happened. And just don't, right? So like don't be so shameful about it, right? Do what you want, and obviously in this case of the spiritual side of squirting and sex and all that, right? Like, don't be afraid to, because there's nothing wrong with you, right? But so it's all about loving ourselves, right?
All right.
Well,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bruno. Thank you so much, Dina. And I'm sure it was very interesting episode and something a lot of people never heard before. And we appreciate you coming. And we have more episodes with you going forward, which is a nice surprise. Talking more about these topics and discovering. Getting more knowledgeable. But it was a great topic today, great episode. We are so thrilled to have you with us. And for anybody who wants to explore and get more knowledge, please contact Dina. We have all the information in the comments. And just participate with us. Toby, thank you so much for being an active listener and active participant, because we just want to speak up our mind. We just want to be who we are. We want to be our authentic selves without putting the masks, and just be brave and just saying the naked truth, because there is no better way than just expressing ourselves to the fullest and to be who we are. And we are all here to give love and to be loved. That's the most important thing. Thank you so much, everybody, and see you next time.